morning, everybody. Good morning, Bears. Welcome to the Bearean Bunker broadcast. And there's a reason I spell it B-E-A-R. If you know, you know. So today in the Bible in a Year, I'm sorry, I heard this amazing song called Let the Gravy Flow this morning, and it's running through my head, so it's making me think about it. So we're going to let the gravy flow. So this morning, Rachel and I, this is my wife Rachel, I'm Tim, and this morning we are reading the book of Acts. We're wrapping up this intense movie, and it was Acts 26, 27, and 28, and that's the end of Acts. So in 26, we've got a couple summaries, or one summary, defense before King Agrippa. 27, we have sailing for Rome and storm and shipwreck. That gets really intense. 28, we have from Malta to Rome. And Paul keeps spreading the good news. What's the good news? I'll tell you what the good news is. And that's it. Then we're heading into the epistles, where you guys will get to hear all about Paul.
Exciting.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me your thoughts on this incredible movie we are reading.
Yes. So again, there's so much information. So it's really, we had to have a discussion and kind of go, well, what?
Yeah, who's going to say what?
Yeah, where to focus in on. So I guess we had both took notes.
Because I have a tendency to dominate the conversations. Sorry.
Wonderful. So in chapter 27, verses 16 through 27, we had discussed about how when this was on the ship and it was really bad, they threw all their what was the word for it?
Tack.
All their tack out. So they had lost hope, and it sounded like Paul had lost hope too. And so that was just an observation, because Paul is Paul. You know, you're like, oh, he doesn't lose hope. He's got it. He spoke to God, but he did lose hope. And so that was something. And then he did regain his composure.
Yep.
You know, like sometimes we all fall and we're like, oh my gosh, the world's crashing down and I'm not going to get through this. I think I had a little moment last night about something. And then I spoke with you this morning, and then you explained how everything's good. So anyways, Paul, you were the one who came to me, but Paul had an angel of God come to him and give him comfort.
You're not cool enough to get an angel.
I got you. I got you, you're better.
Right.
So he had an angel come, and then he was able to tell the crew that everything was going to be okay, basically.
Yep.
So that was my observation.
And everything was okay.
Everything was okay. Yeah, they made it to some place, and then I'm not going to go on and on, because maybe that's where you want to go. But
Not necessarily. They were okay, but even towards the end, like, they crashed. There was 276 people on this ship. And, I know what tack means. Remember, we have a tack room.
yeah, your supplies, basically.
Yeah, so basically the extra ropes and extra sails and all the extra stuff that would weigh down a ship.
Yes.
But they kept
They kept their anchor.
the stuff that was, like, actually probably on the masts.
Mm-hmm. And they saved some bread. So they weren't totally just tossing, whoops. We're just tossing their pencils. You know, they tossed, thank you. That was something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they did toss their things that they knew that might help them survive.
And also they weren't eating for whatever reason.
14 days?
Yeah, 14 days. For 2 weeks they did not eat. Until Paul finally said, hey, let's break some bread. Because Paul knew the truth. He knew they were going to make it. And I think the storm was maybe calming a little bit. So they were able to break some bread and eat. Remember that song, Edmond Fitzgerald?
Well, of course.
We live on Lake Superior. Mm-hmm. And so there's a famous song by Gordon Lightfoot called Edmond Fitzgerald. I think everybody almost knows that song. It's just a powerful song.
I don't think that's the name of the song, though. Is that just the boat? What was it called? Maybe it is.
That was the name of the boat.
Yes, definitely the name of the boat, but I just can't remember the name of the song. I'm going to have to look that up.
We'll look it up. That's how famous the song is. We don't know the name of it. But I do remember one of the verses said, Fellas, it's too rough to feed you. It's
a moving song.
I'm literally getting teary thinking about that song. Oh, that's a powerful song. Anyways, if you want to cry, go listen to the Edmond Fitzgerald. That's what kind of reminded me of this is that it was so rough they couldn't even eat for days. And how, like Rachel was saying, it sometimes in your life it can get dark and stormy for like days until you don't even it's like you can't see the other side of the problem. It's like you run out of hope. You start throwing things. They're throwing tack. Maybe you're trying to throw off habits or throw off hope or help or whatever you're doing. I don't know, and then Paul calls out to them and says, you're going to make it. We're all going to make it. All 276 people are going to make it. And that is what's so awesome about, for me anyways, is that when things are really dark, and I do actually think about opening the scriptures, because sometimes I just want to escape into my own little world or whatever, it always brings me hope. Have you ever been bummed that you opened the Bible for whatever reason just to check something out?
Never happens.
Yeah. Not that that's a leading the witness or anything. I probably would have gotten objection. But anyway, it's serious. You open this thing and you're like, oh, I'm busy, too busy to read. And then you do, and you read it, and you're like, man, I'm so glad I did that. This book of Acts, I have never given two shakes about the book of Acts, except for Acts 16:32, believe on the Lord Jesus Christ and also be saved, And now I see all this whole context. What is believe on the Lord Jesus Christ? Who is the Lord Jesus Christ? What gives this guy the authority to say that? Who's Cornelius? And you meet all these people, and Luke does such a good job of narrating. Do you ever forget that Luke's writing all this thing?
There were several times when we were reading that I had to say, I had to bring myself back to that. I was like, oh, that's right, this is Luke.
Yeah. Remember that movie, Never Ending Story? Oh, had Fred Savage and it's got that big dog.
No,
big flying dog. It's really good.
Date night.
Date night. So this date night, we're going to watch the Never Ending Story together. But anyways, there's a narrator. He narrates. Oh, Princess Bride. That's another one.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the Fred Savage one, and the guy's like he's narrating it. Peter Sellers or somebody.
Getting off topic here.
No, it's not. This is really off. This is on topic because Luke is narrating this amazing story of this epic adventure.
True. Yes. I know what you're saying.
So you got to blow the dust off your thinking about the book of Acts. And you got to open it up and pretend Peter Sellers is reading you a bedtime story and you're Fred Savage and this is the Princess Bride. And the princess, I don't know, whatever. Put the characters in that you want. But there's like everything in here. The ships. Okay, so Paul is, it's only 8:50. We're fine. So we have, my observation was that this finale of the book of Acts is just an epic, twisty tale. Paul makes his speech, and then Festus, who was the official from Rome that put this whole thing together, and he asked for presence of the king, which is, can you even imagine? Oh, hey, king. So he sets up this whole thing, and then he listens to Paul, and Paul sounds like a lunatic because Paul's giving his testimony and all this other stuff. And then finally, in verse 24 of 26, while he was talking, Festus shouted out, Paul, you're out of your mind. Your great learning is driving you mad. That's what he said. He says, you're lunatic. You've become crazy with your learning. And Paul's like, no, I ain't, because the king knows about these matters, and I speak to him also with confidence, since I am persuaded that none of these things escape his notice, because this has not been getting done in a corner. King Agrippa, do you hold the prophets faithful? So even the king respected the prophets. That's one thing also I learned, is that other religions respect our prophets.
I'll believe you if that's true. I don't know that to be true.
Like Islam, before it was called Islam, and other things, they respect our prophets because of the wisdom. So Agrippa was like saying stuff. So Agrippa's like, are you gonna turn me into a messianic? So Paul was persuading people. So that's what that's my observation, is that Paul throughout this maintained his testimony. He maintained his testimony, and he healed people, and wherever he went. He even got bit by a snake on this island of Malta. Even to strangers in a strange land, he was respected for his works. And then, because he was respected for his works, people would listen to his testimony. It makes me wish I was better with my works.
Every day is a new day.
See, this instantaneous wisdom is what I'm talking about. I posted yesterday that strong women were wasted on weak men.
Strong women are wasted. Oh.
And I got some interaction with some women.
Oh, I'll have to take a peek at that.
Yeah. And it was really good interaction. So, all right, well, tune in next week tune in tomorrow. We're starting the book of Romans.
Yay.
And we're going to discuss what is the Spirit, what is faith, what is works, how are we judged, and what is Paul talking about? So until then, do we want to talk about today?
Let's see. Well, you went way over. I don't know if we can talk about anything else. What are you doing today? Quickly.
I am putting in some outside lights and buffing up some trim.
Are you wrapping that up today?
And that's it. Yeah.
That's it.
I'll be done.
That's exciting.
Yeah. What are you doing?
You'll never guess.
Are you making some cheese?
Yes, I'm making more cheese. I'm just gonna keep going, just like whatever, and then I'm doing laundry, and I've got some things to do, and then actually I have a fun thing going on tonight because
I'm so pumped for your bunko night.
it's bunko night! Yay!
Because I get to chill with the dogs in here. And
yes,
I get the house to myself.
Yeah.
What kind of cheese are you making?
I'm gonna stick with the same ones. I'm gonna do Monterey because I was rotating. I was doing like Monterey, cheddar, Parmesan type thing.
Yep.
But I'm gonna stick with the Monterey because your buttermilk culture only keeps longer. But to use it in cheese, you have to use it within the first week. So I'm like, well, why would I switch? So I'm gonna use more buttermilk.
I'm not interrupting you. I am showing the people the cheese.
Yeah, so that dried really quick. So I wiped that down this morning, and I will seal it and put it out in the cave today.
And what kind of cheese is this?
Don't touch it.
I'm not.
That's Monterey Jack.
So she's making Monterey Jack. I'm not allowed to touch really anything around here.
Nope, he's not. I kind of put a little bubble around him.
Yeah, I'm the boy in the bubble.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. Do laundry and stuff. There's always stuff to do. There's always so much to do.
Yep.
I got paperwork stuff to do.
Oh, I also have to, tonight I have to put the plow on and the salt box in.
I heard there's like really snow maybe coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if not snow, at least probably sleet, so I'll probably have to do some salting.
So tonight.
Yeah, I gotta
You're not coming in this house.
Nope.
Nope. I'm locking the
I
door
am not
until
eating
I get
food.
pictures.
I'm not eating any food until the plow and the salt box is in the truck and operational.
We'll have to one day tell about the story about the last time you couldn't eat until then.
Well, see you later. Love you guys. Bye.